favorite tradition as kids. I know what it's going to be. That's the biggest tradition that breaks my heart that I don't do anymore.
Hello, welcome back to Quite Frankly, because life is weird and we have thoughts.
My name is Joanne, and this is my sister, Danielle.
Joanne, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving because we all know, especially if you're hosting, it can be a little stressful. And so we're hoping that we can talk about different ways that we can make this less stressful, whether you are hosting or you're visiting, but also some of the more fun things that we have done over the years, whether it be when Joanne and I were little kids and it was our parents doing this, or things that we've adopted into our own families. But before, I just want to remind people, if you want to subscribe, we appreciate it. How many subscriptions do we have?
Share.
I have to go look, Joanne.
Oh, I haven't been on today. Last I checked was 21, but I've been busy this week. I think
that's how much I saw the last time I checked. But, here we go.
I had
visit
lots of family
22!
events this week.
We got another.
Thank you, new subscriber.
Thank you, new subscriber. This is exciting.
Thank you all 22.
I know. So thank you very much for subscribing and listening in. For those that do not stay on until the end, admittedly, when we get to the end, we just assume no one's listening. And that's somewhere some of our more saucy things come up. But, you know,
some of them is like, nobody's listening.
I know, we're putting it up
just...
and we're like, something we don't want them to actually hear. And yet it's out there.
Go ahead, say it. Nobody's listening.
I know,
but
right?
didn't you say you met someone who said...
Someone called me that is a friend of mine that watches it, and she's like, called me up, and she goes, just wanted to let you know I'm listening. Because we make jokes how no one's actually listening. But yeah, if you could comment on there, like it, this really helps us get the word out. And thank you so much for subscribing. We really do appreciate every single time we get one. That's always fun. Because this is just good, clean fun for me and Joanne. We don't want to have a lot of pressure or stress. And it's just an excuse for us to have our weekly phone call.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Anywho, so Joanne.
Our themed weekly phone call.
My first question for you in this particular theme, do you actually celebrate Thanksgiving? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
For years, this may be the first year they don't. This is where I'm a little concerned because it's...
Come down to my house. I do it the weekend before.
Family politics. We go to the in-laws.
Oh.
Thanksgiving's is the in-law.
We have Thanksgiving the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Oh!
That's what I'm saying. So there is no family politics. You can go and do your thing. But it gives you an excuse to go to the zoo.
Well, there was a question of doing... So our family has lots of family drama. It's a large family. You can't avoid it. Let's face it. But their family doesn't. My husband's family. They don't have family drama typically. And there are some going on. And I don't think they entirely know how to handle it. Like we...
Us, we're like,
because we have
family drama, and then we're like, it's fine.
It's like,
but yeah, I imagine if it's foreign to you, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a question or a thought or an idea of going up a week early.
Oh.
I think I got that idea from you because I know you did. But if not, Gordon just isn't here right now. If not, I'll get back to you on that one.
All right, because I was going to say that could be a lot of fun.
It could be. We need a dog sitter. So.
I feel like I've given away like the
might
plot.
Be just me.
My family, we always celebrate our Thanksgiving the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And this all started partially because when we first moved down to Florida, my dad would come and stay here for months on end and then go back home during different periods. But he would always go home the Monday before Thanksgiving. So the first year he was here, I thought, oh, shoot, you're going to leave before Thanksgiving. I'm like, well, why don't we do it the weekend before? And I invited my sister and my brother, and who live relatively close, a few hours away, and they drove
Within a
in,
day.
and they wouldn't have been able to get up to New York to have Thanksgiving with our parents. So just the idea of being able to have a traditional Thanksgiving with Dad was like kind of fun. You know, they haven't done that in a long time. So, yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and Dad found a lot of glee in it because he felt like, I'm going to make things the way I like them.
He was the messiest
Oh,
cook,
yes,
chef.
he was.
I swear, you see
would
these?
fly
Yes,
everywhere.
you see these cartoons where you see food. No, that was him.
Yeah.
You'd see
that was
food
like the
go
Swedish
flying.
chef.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
That
immediately
was
that
Dad.
runs in my family. I won't say names, but like it does run in the family. I might have a touch of it. I do clean up afterwards. Dad would clean up afterwards, but he was getting older and he had a little bit of mess blindness when it
Sight.
got beyond
Yeah.
2 feet of his peripheral. So to his feet, he was
I'm-
not seeing it on the floor. So,
I'm messy in general, period. I'm trying to, I told you before I came on, I'm trying to Marie Kondo this house, and it is a beast.
So the one advantage of doing it the Saturday before is that with the 2 siblings that did come to visit, they didn't have to sit there in conflict and think about whether or not they were going, like, do I go to Danielle's or do I go to my sister-in-law's
Right.
or my brother-in-law's or my
That was
in-laws?
that's always, and actually we have been, so I go to my in-laws I stay home now and watch the dog. But, cause the dog can't get along with other dogs, and they have a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there was years ago when we go and the one was dating, they would come to our Thanksgiving, which was early afternoon, and then in the evening go to her house for Thanksgiving. I was like, damn, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, no. And it's funny because after Dad stopped coming down, we still did it because one, it gave the boys an opportunity if they wanted to go and do something with their dad because we were divorced at the time. And if he wanted to go, they wanted to go to the in-laws.
She's still divorced. He just passed away.
Right. And then, sorry, yeah, we were divorced at the time. Now, yes, he is. He's passed. And then now, as my boys are older, you know, if they're dating someone and, you know, they never have
Right.
to choose, you know,
Right.
and I might as well just keep it this way. Thanksgiving, we usually, the only thing we will do is get some
celebrate
pie.
Christmas early in our house because we always went up to New York, and it was a struggle. So we would do the same thing, but we did it on winter solstice. So we did that, and it was so strange. Just FYI, and I wonder if you have this with Thanksgiving, it was so strange that we would do our Christmas, and then we would go out to like the mall and be like, "What is everyone doing?" Oh, right.
Or even better, like when I'm trying to cook and I'm like, oh, shoot, I ran out of this. And usually Thanksgiving, like the stores are going to close early or whatever. And I'm like, do I have time? And I realize, oh, wait, like nobody, I'm not going to worry about
Yes.
things being, you know, sold out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be there and probably on sale.
Yeah, probably on sale. Yes.
Yeah. So it worked out. It works out really well. So that's one of my.
All right, tell me this.
favorite.
I know this is still on Thanksgiving, but how do you cook do you oven roast?
I used to. And then one year my oven broke the day before.
Oh.
No.
I should also mention in our house, we do the in-laws and we do another Thanksgiving at home a week later.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so I wanted to hear how you
We
do it,
got
and I'll tell
an
you how we do
electric
it.
Roaster.
Oh. How big of a turkey do you get?
I usually get somewhere between 18 and 20, but
So how does it turn?
it has a top, and it almost reminds me of a crock pot, but it's not. And it has the grating on the bottom, and you could put in
It's
all
got to
of
be
your
huge
vegetables
for
in-
an 18,
It's-
20
it's-
pounder.
a good size. It's a good
Do
size.
you use it for anything else other than a turkey?
Occasionally, but not that often. I have it stored in the garage. And
How
it was
much did it
actually
cost?
gifted to me, but I've seen it at not garage sales, at like what's that place called?
Costco?
No. I'm thinking a secondhand store. Goodwill.
Oh.
I've seen it at Goodwill for under $10.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. We smoke ours.
See, that's impressive.
Gordon does it. Smokers only, well, it's like $20. We've had ours I think they have fancy smokers now. We have the simple smoker, and
How big
it's
is the turkey that I can
delicious.
put in it? And how
We
long
probably
does it
could
take
fit
you
at
to
18,
smoke it?
20. A few hours.
Oh.
He starts in the morning, and then we eat around 3. He probably starts around 10. But recently, my youngest wants to learn more about cooking and trying different things. And she asked if I would get a whole chicken. And as it would be a day for me not to cook, I was like, sure. She soaked it in this brine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just brine, but yes, a brine.
I've done that before.
And then we smoked it. Not only was it fucking amazing when at that moment, a few days later, we had, as leftovers, and it was still moist. I know people don't like that word. I was watching something. Moist. And I was watching The Diplomat and said, don't say
We'll
moist.
say juicy.
Juicy. See, that's the thing. I hate the word juicy.
Yeah, I do too.
Moist, I could go in. But that, and you still had the smoked flavor. It was delicious. So this year he's going to try brining, but it's got to be, we have to get a big bowl.
Yeah, it's hard because it's finding.
We usually get like around a 15, 16-pound turkey. So we can have that grandma sandwich from Colbert.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
podcast.
I usually like to make sure if people want to take at least a single serving, each person home with them. And then of everything, and then have some left over as well. Last year it didn't happen. It was kind of surprising. But
Well,
we'll have to see.
you had less people last year.
I know.
Oh,
So
you had
that's just like,
tons of-
wow, how did everything get eaten? That's weird.
that's what you mean by no, it didn't. Maybe you didn't get a bigger turkey. I don't know.
You never know. I might have not have gotten as big of a turkey.
Gordon also saves the broth, the turkey broth. I don't like the turkey broth, so it sits in our freezer. And every once in a while, oh yeah, I got this. But we still have turkey broth in there from last year.
Tell them to throw it
And I'll
out.
have to
Only
remind
lasts 4
him.
months.
In the freezer? He
4
would
months in the
disagree
freezer.
with you.
Okay. I just read it. That's the only reason I repeated it.
Then I would have to say, where's your sources and where was their sources? But he believes you can freeze anything and it'll last forever.
It was like a butterball kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I will
I was
mention
looking
it to
up
him,
turkeys, and it was looking at an actual company that, whatever, because I was trying to remember what
he'll
he did.
say that's not true because he has eaten it
I know.
a year later.
Well, you also have to remember a lot of these companies have liability and shit, so.
That's true. Also, they want you to get rid of it so we can buy their crap.
But so when it comes to Thanksgiving, that's the big one. I want to talk about the tradition that we had
turkey's
growing
always
up.
a
Like on
tradition.
Thanksgiving, we had our traditions of what we did. Now, granted, everybody, we had. I can't imagine what it took for mom and dad to make Thanksgiving dinner with 11 kids. Plus, we'd have sometimes grandma and grandpa come. We would have an aunt or an uncle come. Sometimes our cross street neighbor, I think we have a picture of Aunt Mildred, who I think was 109. Do you remember her?
Yes, barely.
remember
I
seeing a
don't remember
picture.
her face, but I remember her.
I remember her being there.
I didn't know she came for Thanksgiving.
1 year. 1 year she did. I think she did different houses every year.
Mom used to send things over to her house. I used to bring it over. That I remember. And she had a bedroom on the first floor, and that was the first time I ever saw something. But I remember loving her porch, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gone.
She was 1,000,000 years old, and the mailman would check on her regularly, and he would have tea with her, and he was the one that found her when she passed.
Aw.
Yeah, he was a nice. I don't know if you remember that mailman. I forgot his name, but he was so nice.
I do remember it, and I vaguely remember what he looks like. You don't get that today.
No.
There was a guy 2 houses down from me. He passed away. Nobody found him for a week. And somebody said, how sad is that nobody found him for a week? Now, he was a young man, so nobody expected him to die.
Yeah, we had that with our cross-street neighbor, diagonal from us. Because I remember Dad was here at the time, and we're like, what's with all the thing? And yeah, apparently it was...
the Italian woman?
No. She's still alive, actually.
Okay.
Her husband did pass away, but,
Yeah, she passed away
and
when
he
I
was
was
98 or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, the one house next to it, when he passed, from what I understand,
I feel like now we have to...
They didn't say how long, but it was a minute, and it was his
Do
kids
we need
that
to
found
check
him, which
on
is
our
sad.
neighbors now? How do we do that?
Well,
all right, that's another podcast.
Okay, but I was going to say the problem is that when these people tend to be hands-offish, what do you do? Like I always checked on my next door neighbor Patsy until she moved away, and then
she moved.
Yeah, she moved to an old folks home in Texas where her sister is. Only for her sister died within a few weeks of her moving into it. Sold her house and everything.
That's heartbreaking.
I know.
But now she had children, though. Is she near children?
I don't know. I think she may have passed since her brother-in-law's brother bought her house.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I haven't asked. I think he might have said she passed, but I don't remember. And then, like I said, the people across the street, I check on her, especially when there's a hurricane. But when I tell you, her kids are constantly, at least every other day, visiting her, checking on things. One time she ran over here, and it wasn't that long ago, her water heater blew up. Thank God she was okay. It dented her car. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, and Wolfie and Joey and Bob all ran over there to just make sure she was safe and, that things were turned off. But that poor thing.
There was a house here that blew up.
Okay,
we digress.
Yeah, no, we digress. Sorry. Yeah. We do often talk about changing the name to Can't Stay on Topic.
Our favorite tradition as kids. I know what it's going to be. Because it's the same as mine. Because we didn't even discuss this, but we know. I don't do it. That's the biggest tradition that breaks my heart that I don't do anymore.
So I
tried one year during
apparently
COVID.
Started with our grandmother on our mother's side, who was a very tiny, petite bird of a woman, and she loved her desserts. And from what the lore is that she hated that Thanksgiving dinner was so big that when it was time to have dessert, everybody was too full, and she was too full to really
I didn't know this.
Yeah. So it started with dessert first because of Grandma. And it actually started at her house, from what I was told.
I do remember that. Oh, my God. I do remember that.
So
That's
Mom
crazy.
and Dad had time to cook, and they would send us over there. Half the times we were in our pajamas, and we would have dessert first. And that was our breakfast. And we would watch to keep us distracted, we would watch the Macy's Day Parade on the TV. Now, as we got older, it was at home. We come downstairs, we grab pie. There'd be bagels
Grandma
there, but we all wanted
Florida.
pie.
But we have to specify. This is what delights me and I miss. I remember buying the pie. Mm-hmm. We would have like 6 or 7 different pies.
Maybe
we had
more.
pumpkin pie. We had coconut cream pie. We had mincemeat pie. We had pumpkin pie. We had apple pie.
We had apple
We
crumb
might have
pie.
Apple crumb pie,
apple
too.
pie.
Both.
Both.
We had both. We had a berry pie.
Yes.
We just had all the
Pecan
pies.
pie.
Pecan pie. I didn't like pecan pie until I got older.
And I love pecan pie, and I can't eat it anymore.
Why not?
I have like a dermatitis to it. It's not an allergy, but a sensitivity to it. So I get ripped up all the way down my throat.
Ugh.
Yeah. When I
But
found out I
yes.
wasn't allergic, my doctor's like, I'm like, I'm not allergic. Does that mean I can eat it? She goes, not if you want to be in pain. I'm like,
It's like,
she goes,
don't you
just
remember?
won't die of it. I'm like, all right.
Maybe you can eat it and spit it out.
No, I tried that and I got it in my teeth, and that just like, you know how you,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
But so
But then
we would have
along with the pie, do you want to go for it?
ice cream, because
Ice
you had to
cream?
put, you might want to heat up the pie and put vanilla ice cream on it, and then whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream always, and it was always when we were younger. It was
Eggnog.
Oh yes, eggnog. Apple cider, though that was usually reserved for dinner.
Yeah.
But there were always
It
that
was
random
there.
child that did not do well with eggnog.
Oh, right.
And then and orange juice.
I don't remember that.
I do remember orange juice.
Probably drank all the eggnog. I remember making eggnog, and I was good at
with
it,
the blender, yeah.
but it was raw. And today, that's a no-no.
That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no.
Yeah.
But I remember
I
making
didn't
it.
die. Nobody
And
else
it was
died,
so
but I
funny
remember
because I
making
was
it.
having that memory not long ago of like making eggnog. And yeah, it was always with you. And thinking to myself, like, were we doing it wrong? We put raw egg in there.
No, we were doing it right. That's the way you make it.
Just wild.
You made it back then. You don't make it that way then.
But, and then, like I said, we would get,
My kids would be horrified today if I did that. They'd be like, what are you doing?
we would get hard-seated rolls, the poppy rolls.
That was every
onion rolls.
Sunday?
That was every Sunday, but you had to have it there.
Yeah.
You know?
And I didn't have it. But that's
just
the
wanted
other
the
thing
pie.
I missed that you can't get. Yeah. I haven't really seen. It wasn't bialys. I know what a bialy is. These were like Kaiser rolls with onions in the dough. It was divine.
It was gooey and
It was
yummy.
divine.
And,
It was a bit gooey. Yeah.
I'm always in the hunt for it.
Never been able to find it.
I found a few around here that was close. Close.
Oh. And then the regular sesame seed Kaiser roll. Not sesame seed, poppy seed.
And then the piece de resistance that no one would eat, but we would all eat the icing.
The husband cake?
Yes.
I made the husband cake.
I know, but would anybody freaking eat the cake? Joanne, it was basically a glorified...
I did.
Okay.
I did. I shared that
You would
recipe.
make it and Dad would make it.
There was a time I made it every year.
Yeah.
But I will say this. It was called the husband cake because Grandma, his mom, Dad's mom, cut it out. I found the recipe one time. Cut it out of a newspaper. And
it was called a husband cake in the newspaper,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
but it was from the Tomato Soup Company, and it's made with tomato soup.
A tomato soup cake.
I thought it was good.
It was a tomato soup.
It wasn't great, but
fruit
it was
cake. Let's
Yeah,
be
basically.
clear.
But it was better than the traditional fruit
Like,
cake.
do you ever
I thought.
hear those stories of all the really crazy, like recipes that women were doing in the 1950s and 60s, where like they would take hot dogs and make a fancy casserole out of hot dogs, like weird shit. This is kind of what it reminds me of. Like, it was like all these companies trying to like, and you can make it like this, and then you can have
They
guests
still
come
do
over
that
and have
today.
this casserole, that's made of cornflakes.
They still do that today. Oh, speaking of which, I went to this restaurant once and it was fried ice cream. I was like, oh, I always wanted to try that because remember on Runyon's, they had it. And then I got this ice cream with cornflakes on it. I was like, what the fuck is this? That's not fried ice cream.
I've had fried ice cream where it's like hard and it's like actually warm on the
Yes.
outside with a caramel
Yes.
mixed in, and it was amazing.
Well, I never had that, but I've seen it.
And then I've had it where it was like, ew, what the hell is this? It was horrible.
Cornflakes. Like, what were you
Horrible.
thinking? Do you know what?
So
I'm sorry, I
but
digress.
yeah, so we had dessert for breakfast every year, and as we got older and we started like when we were getting married and having kids, our sister would host Thanksgiving, the dinner, and
This is where I was not there.
yeah, well, or you would travel up occasionally.
Just once.
I
And
don't
it was
think
still at
more.
Mom's house. I'd never had it at Linda's.
Really?
Never. Yeah.
Wow. Well, she would host the Thanksgiving dinner, and being that it was multiple families that would show up, there was usually like 1, 2, 3, 4 turkeys being made at different houses, and then there was sides. The rest of people would make sides, and then everybody would show up at another sibling's house with the pies. So all the families would drop off their kids. If they were making a turkey, they would leave and go and make their turkey and leave their kids at the designated person's house. I think 1 or 2 years it was my house. Others it was our oldest brother's. And then, yeah, it was fun for a while there. It was great. In fact, that's one of my kids' fondest memories is going to their cousin's house and having, dessert for breakfast. So grandma got to do that for a long time. Now what we do is on our day that we celebrate Thanksgiving, I always have at least 3 pies, which is excessive, but it is what it is. But you got to give them variety.
So when COVID, I had a ton of pies and it was a waste. It was a waste.
We would make a lot of pies, and then what Wolfgang started doing was he would go on YouTube and look for last year's parade.
Why last year's?
Because it's too early for the current year. Because
that's right. You
do
do the year. Yeah.
And we just wouldn't watch.
I forgot
the parade on Thanksgiving, so it's always new to us. And if we did happen to watch it, he would sometimes look for like 1972.
So when the kids were younger, and when we finally moved out to Virginia, because when they were really little, the in-laws came down to us in Florida, but then they stopped because they were getting too old to make the journey, and then we moved up here and started going there. We always missed the parade, which was sad. And by the time we got there, the parade was still going on, but it was like the ending. So all the cool shows were gone. And also, so I have 2 girls and his brother has 2 boys. So oftentimes we'd also go and they were looking for any sport. They didn't care what sport, because you know how football plays during, is it Christmas or Thanksgiving? Sorry. Mm. They had the 2 teams that play every year. And if that wasn't on yet, it was hockey or golf or bowling, believe it or not. So there was a lot of sports. Mm. And it was more of contractual. Having to, that's a terrible way to put it.
No,
but it was
to make an agreement.
It was a once of a year meeting of his brother and sister, and I will say this. I guess she's my sister. How does that work when it's your brother-in-law's wife? It's your brother-in-law's wife.
I guess sister-in-law? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's, you know how you have second cousin?
Yeah,
she's
because
like
it's your husband's sister-in-law, but does that make it your sister-in-law? I think technically it does.
Well, it's my, yeah.
Sister-in-law once removed? Yeah. But who says that?
Yeah, nobody. So sister-in-law, I'll go with sister-in-law. That's fine. But she always made an effort to try to get the kids involved. She tried to connect, and particularly back then, I was terrified of in-laws. A, and B, not anymore. Although I don't go anymore.
Because we're over 50, Joanne. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But well, now I want to say I use the dog as an excuse, but he is actually a legitimate excuse because I don't know what to do with
Oh
him.
yeah, no, that they absolutely are. Like I have a hard time traveling because of my dog.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't travel as a family anymore because of the dog. I I know that you're like, well, why don't you put him in the kennel? He has severe reactions to being put in a cage. It crazy. You should see him. He looks like, and then there's always having a pet sitter, but that also means somebody comes into your house. And I do have someone who I could probably ask to do that, but that's a hard ask.
We did that one year. That was for Mom's 80th birthday
Oh, right.
because all of my kids went, and we were able to get someone who was very sweet and was great with Penny. And they would send video every time they came visited because they would come in the
She
morning
sent
and they come
pictures
in the
while
afternoon
we went.
and they would play and they, all the stuff. So like she was really sweet. She'd send little videos of what Penny was up to and take her. I thought it was sweet.
Yeah.
So she was really, really great. But that was hard. Yeah.
Yeah. We had one for our other dog. As he got older, I didn't feel comfortable putting him in a kennel. And and having her come twice a day and then once to have him pee at night, that was fine. But then he passed, and anyway, I haven't really kept up. And anyway, I digress into the doggy thing.
When it comes to doing Thanksgiving dinner, what would be your biggest complaint about it, or the thing that is like you kind of go, ugh.
It used to be, but again, we have it down pretty set now. When we do it at home, it's down pretty set. I wouldn't go to the in-laws anymore. I don't, but I understand why he would. Like I went to Christmas even though I didn't want to go to Christmas. I get it. But if you're thinking Thanksgiving dinner, doing it ourselves for our family, Gordon used to get really stressed.
I think that's what it is, and I used to get really.
He doesn't
stressed.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that the biggest thing for me is I try really hard to get stuff done the day before. Where all I have to do is
He just
stick
doesn't
things
make
in
it
the
as
oven.
elaborate.
I like making it elaborate.
Well,
Not
I mean, it's
elaborate,
all
but-
the things. It's all the things, but it always felt like, okay, I gotta get this. It'll get done.
Like I have a hard time sometimes with the timing of everything, so because sometimes the turkey is a mystery, but you think it's going to be done and then it's not done, and but when it comes,
Yeah, I think
to
he has that down pretty well.
the
Yeah, I
side
remember
dishes
that.
and making sure they're all coming out hot at the same time. Like I got some
That's
chafing
where he was
dishes that
stressful.
actually has helped out.
Chafing dishes.
Chafing dishes. It's like it's electrical thing, and it has these where you could put the pans inside of it, and it keeps the dish warm, and it has a cover.
Oh,
Yeah, that was well worth it. I got that several years ago. I only use it when we have company. It's not too often, again, but because I'm antisocial and don't have company come over.
That's me.
I like having company. So that's
You
me.
have a house that has a.
Yeah, we just don't do it that often.
So then, why don't you do it?
Because I'm antisocial. I would have to know people. Like
I
all
hear
the
ya.
people I know, like I have so many really wonderful, delicious, close friends. None of them live in this state.
I this year have been inviting people over, despite, like I said, I don't want to say a
Like
slob.
I
I'm
love
just
the idea of like
clutter queen.
having a dinner party or something like that. That sounds like fun to me.
I love that idea too, And we thought of doing
And
it.
have a cocktail beforehand and create it for like the occasion and have a whole theme. Like I would
I
totally do
agree.
the Mad Men thing. Wear a cute dress.
I
Have
only
some
saw a
music
few
playing.
episodes of Mad Men. I have to watch it again.
I always think of Grandma and Grandpa. Apparently, they used to like meet up with friends for like, and they would get dressed up and they
Mom
would
used
play
to have those parties.
play canasta.
Oh, I can ask. Well, Gordon meets up for board game night. If we were to do that in this house, I have to clean up the dining room because we have too much furniture in there. The problem is one of the pieces, which is quite large. I'm hoping he's not listening to this. Gordon made it. And I have to let him decide that it needs to go. But our dining room's in there. There's no room for people to sit in there.
Yeah.
Now, we do have a China set and a butler server, too. If we got rid of them, maybe there'd be room. And it would be that and that. But they match the...
So with us, we've had people move back home.
Same
So
here.
I
Just
have-
this week. Hence, I had a crazy week.
With people that had full-on apartments.
Oh. Well, she did, too, but she's
Both
coming
my
overseas.
eldest and my boyfriend moved in with us. So two different people, and trying to figure out and granted, both of them let go of stuff and everything like that. But this is more than.
I feel like we need to do a podcast about fitting adults into the house more. Because you know what? I don't think this is unusual because housing prices are going up.
Yes.
Cost of living is going up. And salaries are not moving with the times. So next week, we should do that podcast.
Do an episode about.
Because I had issues.
Because I think there's a lot of people that not only of course I'm going to support my kids or anything like that, but also are trying to find a way of reducing some of the burden. They might own the house and they're looking to reduce some of the burden.
Yes.
And we were just talking about women that are buying property and they're getting their own little small houses and they're creating communes.
I thought of doing that. I saw some property and I if we buy that and get 3 tiny homes on it.
I've literally thought that.
Oh, we've thought
Big
that
enough.
before too.
Set things up so that there could be multiple things on there. As long as I take care of myself.
Yeah.
And then maybe one small tiny house for whoever comes to visit in and out, but ultimately you want to come back, we'll set something up. I'm not paying for it, but I'll have the property for you.
Sadly, when I watched Tiny House, I used to be a big Tiny House watcher, but there came a moment when I realized these people can't afford a house. They have 5 kids and they're going to live in a tiny house, and you can almost see it. So I think I see it more in the wife usually, and it breaks my heart. But, I have to watch. My kids it's ugly out there. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful.
Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful. So did you ever have a tradition where you made your kids say, "What are you grateful for?"
I try to avoid it.
Oh, my kids were always, "I'm grateful for the kids." I tried it, but it's a pain in the butt and it feels canned and it feels stupid.
Actually, you know what tradition I started doing? And it's a little bit odd for Thanksgiving, but it's been a big hit. We usually go to World Market. I do think they have them over at Walmart.
We have World Market here, so I'm excited to hear.
They have and it's usually for the holidays, the crackers.
Oh, yeah.
And so in the crackers, they would have a toy. They would have a riddle on there, or some kind of thing. It's almost like a fortune cookie kind of thing. And they would have a crown. And so, and every time everybody wants to wear the crown. Doesn't matter who it is. Young, old, they don't care.
Where were we? And we got crackers. I think you were there too. And the person who gave out the crackers went, "It makes a noise." And they were very upset that it made a noise.
That's the best part.
I know.
If
I
mine
agree.
didn't make a noise, I'd be mad.
Maybe it wasn't with you. Maybe it was somewhere else.
But yeah, we do get the crackers, even though technically that's, I think, a Christmas thing. They're available. Yeah. So I usually get them and we use that. We had that on the place table. It's funny. Like I feel as though my Thanksgiving cuisine is not fancy. It's pretty simple.
What do you mean by cuisine? You mean the sides?
Like the menu. Like we get carrots make carrots and they're glazed. That's not that complicated. We have mashed potatoes. I will caramelize some onions. Big whoop.
We don't get mashed potatoes. We do sweet potatoes though.
We do sweet potatoes.
We used to do marshmallows. I don't like the marshmallows anymore.
The marshmallows I could live without, but like the boys still think it's without. It's nostalgia for them. So
yeah, I think we might still do it, and I just take it off. I don't remember, but I just think it's too sweet.
We of course do stuffing. Dad's stuffing.
Mm-hmm. My oldest daughter said in England they think we're crazy to put marshmallows on sweet potato. They go too sweet. I was like, I agree. It is too sweet.
Ain't wrong.
Yeah, I was like, Americans are sugar junkies.
Marshmallow though is you can avoid it. You don't have to, like when you're scooping it out.
Oh, Americans can't help it. Like I said,
I like
sugar
my
junkies.
Sweets, so I'm not even going to pretend. But and then green beans, something simple. And then I probably
do you
focus
stuff
more...
the turkey? Wait, yes. Do you stuff it with stuffing?
I stuff it with stuffing, and I make a side of it as well.
Yeah,
because
but they came out and said you shouldn't do that.
Oh, they've been saying that forever. They've been saying that forever.
We've been doing it forever, and we don't stop because it's delicious. Now, you can't do it when... I forgot about that, though. When we cook it in the smoker, you can't do it.
That makes sense.
Because it takes so long to cook, and it can have issues. Cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce I make homemade.
Do you make it?
Yeah.
Yep, same here, because it's delicious.
I get one can of jellied because there is somebody in our extended family that really likes the jellied sliced. However, that same gentleman has also just recently tasted mine because he would ignore it. And then he was like, wait, this is really good. I'm like,
yeah. It's probably better for you, too.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I might.
We do sweet potatoes. What's definite is sweet potatoes. I think I can hear me talking from your headphones.
Probably my phone.
Oh. Sweet potatoes. Cranberry sauce and stuffing are a staple. And then sometimes we'll do green beans.
Right.
And that's
like
about
the glazed
it.
Carrots we really like.
We never did glazed.
And they're so simple.
Do you remember the turnips Dad used to make?
I can't make it.
He insisted. And everybody went like, turnips.
Well, funny enough, Carol really enjoyed it. Mom really enjoyed it. There was a handful of people
that he did it for Mom, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, and Dad liked it too. But yeah, the mashed turnips with no seasoning on it.
He would mash it too. He didn't buy it mashed.
No.
I remember.
No, he cooked
I used to get confused between the sweet potatoes and the turnip. And this one tastes so much better.
Yeah. But I like to focus on presentation.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's fun.
I take out the good china. That's about as far as presentation I
will
do.
not. I actually, and it's just so funny. I like getting those plates that are plastic that look like they're real. They're white and they have a gold lining around it.
Okay. Is that for cleanup?
Yes, because I'm cooking all day and I will wind up somehow or another. Like everybody says, oh, yeah, I hope. And then I wind up doing it. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. So throw out your plate.
I have to say, Gordon does a lot of the... I do, but he does a lot of the hand washing and the cooking on Thanksgiving Day.
Like when you have to clean out the pan that has the turkey in it and stuff like that's a lot of work. So to do plates on top of it, especially if you're having company, is too much.
It's not, when you smoke it, it's not so bad. It's
So I put out the plates, and over the years I've gotten stuff like I've gotten napkin holders that look like velvet pumpkins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're cute. I've had them for years, and I usually would buy whatever thing I wanted to add to my table after Thanksgiving for the following years to come, because they were always 75% off. Let me tell you, go to World Market, get it for 75% off like the day after Thanksgiving. Might as well.
Black Friday.
Yeah, it's much better than paying full price.
Storing
and
it.
Not only that,
I'm trying to get rid of stuff.
yeah, I just like to decorate for Thanksgiving. Like I will.
All right. So what do you, so you have, my only decor is I have one stuffed turkey, like a doll, and then I have a turkey that lights up.
Oh, cute. I have.
I've been trying to get rid of stuff. I got rid of some of my Halloween stuff this year, and I was like, what do I have for Thanksgiving? It's only the two. I'll keep them.
I've had cloth napkins and tablecloths since I was in my 20s. That were like orange and green, like a.
Oh wow, I'm impressed.
Like a mossy green. So that way it could cover 2 different tables, and I didn't use them every year, but I just never got rid of them. And then,
are you having family come over this year?
I mean, I plan on it. I have to talk to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so aside,
we're recording this in October, and that's
yes,
why.
the end of October. So yeah, I think I do that, and then I have the little, like, set that up with the tablecloth and the napkins and stuff, and then of course if I have the little, pull thingies, which I may or may not do this year, because I'm also trying to be economical this year.
Oh yeah.
Just be reasonable and work.
I'm trying to be economical in general.
Well, yeah.
Things are just crazy out there. So, what do you do at the end? Thanksgiving's done. You put the dishes away. What do you do at the end? Does everyone go home and you guys just relax on the couch? Or remember at home when we were growing up, Mom and Dad would take out all the desserts again, and then we had at it again.
Well, I would take out the desserts again, and a lot of times we would just hang out at the table and talk. Talk about life, whatever. We do live in Florida, so sometimes we'll open up the porch and sit out there in the evening. And
Oh,
it's nice out.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot November is lovely.
Yeah, November is very nice. And then, we'll do that sometimes. Other times, depending on how we time things, sometimes, like, people have to leave at that point, because they have a trip home. But, yeah, I mean, we just kind of chill out. If they want pie, they can have pie. And then it becomes like a whole process of like making to-go containers for people to take home with them, and making sure everything's stored away. But I feel like
usually
the kitchen
is
like normally a constant. Like you're just, because even if you always have a lot of dishes, even if you do the plastic plates and stuff, and it's like, you're trying to clean things and then let them dry.
Pots and pans.
And we do have a washer, a dishwasher, but like not everything's going to fit in there. Not everything is appropriate for it.
I start the dishwasher at noon and clean everything out so we can do another run in the afternoon. And how I said I take out the good china? We hand wash them and still can fill up the dishwasher a second time.
Do you play Christmas music that day?
Yes, actually, that's when we finally break it out, because I say no Christmas music, and then Thanksgiving Day is when we break it out.
We do a mix. I mean, we'll put on Christmas music, but like sometimes the kids really like it. I mean, they're adults now, but like sometimes they like it, and then other times they're like, oh, I heard this really great album. You got to listen to it. It's like retro or something. I'm like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
I remember listening to it when I was 15.
I still have a Time Life album with all the old singing
It's good,
ones.
clean
Do you
fun.
remember that circular end table we had, and you could open it up and all the records were in there?
I had it for years and years and years. It
Oh,
got destroyed in Sandy.
oh,
Oh, I cried. I cried. It literally just fell apart.
oh.
I don't know if it was the glue to the, I don't know
Right.
what was holding it together for years, but
I
I
should
loved
have.
that thing. I refinished that thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You probably possibly could have fixed it. I don't know, because Gordon's really good. It doesn't matter. It's
There was a
past.
lot
Let
of
it go.
sewage
But-
water. We were bleaching everything, like, because we lived on a
It was,
canal. So a lot of like oil burners and stuff flipped over. So like when we finally got it, all the water drained out. But when we got back into the house, we literally had to bleach everything. And if it was on the first floor, you had to throw it out.
Yeah.
But we were smart enough to get everything on the second floor as much as we could before we left the house.
Right.
Everybody thought we were crazy because we were on an elevated house. No one thought it would get that high.
I didn't know that house was elevated.
Yeah, 5 feet off the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. Go figure. But
Yeah.
so that's like the gist of Thanksgiving. I mean, for me, I think the biggest thing for me this year is, again, like we were talking about, keeping things somewhat economical. I'm not really that worried. I actually didn't ever spend a lot on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Maybe the pies. I might not get as many pies this year. But, you know, I think I'm going to be a little bit more aware of when there's sales.
Remember 99-cent pies?
No.
They
Do you
were
remember
cheap,
when
though.
you could get the turkeys for 15 cents a pound? I mean, granted, it was crazy for even then,
We
but it was a
sometimes
loss
do.
leader. It was a loss leader to get people into the doors to like buy all of their groceries at that grocery store. And that's why they would do it. So you would get yourself a 20-pound turkey for like practically nothing, for a few dollars. Nowadays, I never see it. Not in years.
Here we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I'll
So-
occasionally see.
We bought 2 turkeys last year because
Oh, if it was like that, I would totally.
It got
have done it.
down
But they're
to-
usually like $1, maybe $1.
I think it was 20 cents. Maybe 25 cents a pound.
You're not going to see it anymore. I don't think
Do you
I'm gonna see it
remember
this
when
year.
Dad every year used to get a turkey coupon from work?
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember
For a
that.
few years. I don't remember which job it was.
I feel like
yeah.
yeah, you don't see too much of that anymore. But
I don't think we're doing anything different. Yeah, same old, same old. I enjoyed the turkey dinner. I love the turkey. We try to get the biggest turkey possible so we can have the sandwiches. But tell you the truth, finding an 18, 20-pound turkey here is very difficult. And like I said, last year we got 2 turkeys. So we froze one, cooked the other one, and then a month later we had it again in December, and it was delightful.
that would be nice.
I did Thanksgiving in summer once. I don't know why we had a turkey. I could have saved it. I don't know. And it is not the same.
Have you
it
ever
has
just
to be
gotten a turkey breast and cooked it?
No. It never looked appealing to me.
I did it once, but I did it because I had an issue like you did where they only had smaller turkeys left. And they had a sale on the turkey breast. And I sat there thinking, you know what? I'm going to get the 2. And I cooked the turkey breast the day before. And it was juicy. So I just put it aside and then I heated it up that day and added it with the rest of the stuff.
It's fine. You know, when we brined that chicken, or Paige brined the chicken and we cooked it, I saw 2 turkey legs, you know, like the ones you get in the Renaissance fairs. I grabbed it and threw it in the brine, and it was amazing.
Really?
It was amazing. That when I go buy the turkeys this year, I'm going to see if there's turkey legs.
I should
But
do
yeah, well, we smoked it. You know how you get them at in Disney as well. There's a place where you can buy a turkey leg.
Turkeys. That's like a big thing where they also have the microfibers in there, and Walt Disney is tracking your every step. Like, remember that whole rumor?
No,
You didn't hear that one? They hid
tell me.
microchips or some kind of microfiber in those turkey legs, and if you eat them,
Why
you're gonna
the turkey
ingest them, they'll be
legs?
in your body, and then you go around and
then you poop it out. But why would they do that? Why?
This is from the 90s. I remember that rumor.
Oh, well, they rehashed it for the 2020s for COVID. That's the vaccines. We're all now microchipped.
It's amazing. Maybe we should do a whole episode on like crazy ass
Microchip.
shit people make up and people take as fact.
There's a lot.
There's
I don't know if we can
freaking
cover.
a lot.
I don't
There's
know how
been a
you
few
can,
occasions where I've actually done research of where it started, and it's literally just some random ass person making a joke.
That's what I often say now is I love conspiracy theories, but I can't because too many people are taking it seriously, especially the stupid boomers. I think that boomers just can't handle the internet.
You know, it's kind of like the whole idea of like taking away the remote, or blocking
Taking away the
channels
remote?
on their TV, and just don't let them know that you're doing it. It's just a good idea sometimes that there's some things. It's like with the kids putting on the child controls on
You
them.
can't. Can you block? I don't think you can block
Yeah, they
things
have child
on the
controls.
No, on the internet. I think it's the internet is fucking with them.
You
Because they
can
don't know
block
how to
some
handle the
things on
internet.
You can block some things on the internet if you have child controls on your things.
All right, so you have to set it up so that they're.
You got to be sneaky. Got to be sneaky.
I'm thinking of a few things that I think our parents passed. We don't have to do that. There is a boomer in our family, but
We didn't have to do that when we were with them anyways. They were fine.
no,
They were fine.
pretty much, fairly fine.
See,
Dad
this
said
is
some
where
things
you've
to me
reached
that
the
was
end of the show, and Joanna and I
crazy
are
shit.
talking about shit we never should say on camera.
Well, Mom and Dad has passed, but yeah, Dad has said some crazy stuff. I don't want to say it on air. I'll have to tell you later.
You'll have to
But,
tell me later,
I
great.
just was like, Dad, I don't want to hear this. Not always.
Anywho,
Not always. His religion got in his way, I would say.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Anywho, I think we're done. We're done here. Go have a great Thanksgiving. Go enjoy yourself.
1 hour. Look at us.
Right? You did good. And subscribe. Subscribe. I'm being aggressive right now.
I went with it. I was like, I don't know why we're doing this, but okay.
All right, you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Have fun. Eat a lot
Happy Thanksgiving.